Hey everybody, it's Zach here with HAIX. Today we're going to talk about NFPA certifications, specifically NFPA 1999. We'll cover what it is and what that means for you. Many first responders are already familiar with it when it comes from one boot that has it and one that doesn't. But have you really thought about what it means to be certified NFPA 1999? The National Fire Protection Association, NFPA for short, is a nonprofit dedicated to keeping you as safe as possible on the job. The association is dedicated to putting standards together that help minimize risk of injury while on the job. NFPA 1999 is the standard for protective equipment and ensembles for emergency medical services, or EMS. And these codes actually get revised and reviewed every 5 years. And the most current edition of NFPA 1999 is from 2018. And since every certified boot must have it listed on the inside of the boot, you can always check and see when yours was certified. NFPA recommends that you retire your boots after 10 years of use. And that's not because they're saying they should last that long. Because by the 10th year, your boots could be 2 revision standards old, and the construction could be outdated compared to new standards. So that leads us into what makes a boot certified NFPA 1999. First of all, the boot's going to need to have a minimum height for protection from blood, chemicals, and bodily fluids. This is determined from the inner liner, and in fact, HAIX uses the Crosstech inner liner. It is measured from the inside of the boot to the lowest part of the inner liner. For this standard, the minimum height requirement is 4 inches, so you could have a boot anywhere from 5 inches up to maybe 8 or 9 inches tall. And the liner has to be 2 inches or less from the top of the boot. The boots also need to have a heel, but there's no height requirement on this. And the soles need to be tested for abrasion and slip resistance. The boots are also tested for liquid integrity. No liquid should penetrate the leather after an hour, and the sole shouldn't separate from the upper. The inner liner and seam shall show no penetration of a bacterial test solution. Certified boots must also have a protective toe cap to ASTM standards for impact and compression. And they also need to have puncture protection in the sole and cover the whole area. The puncture resistance must be the same as the requirement for ASTM F2413. All the external fittings like the eyelets and zippers are checked and tested that there are no rough or sharp edges that can tear the upper. They are also subjected to a corrosion resistance test. The eyelets and studs must pass a detachment strength test. And the uppers are also subjected to a cut resistance test. Don't want to get too technical, but don't confuse this with a chainsaw cut. It basically is checking the durability of the upper, as you need more durability from punctures on the upper parts of the boot. And the upper is also subjected to a flammability test. All boots must be made in women's and men's sizes and require 3 different widths. That's all I got for today. Everybody subscribe to our channel below so you can stay up to date on more videos like this one. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Take care and stay safe.